Hey guys, it is late on a Friday evening. What time is it? Almost 7 o'clock. And we are heading to Laura S. Walker State Park in Georgia. I've never been there before. And we were actually gifted this site because my friend Colleen had it booked. And she couldn't go because her little doggy had surgery. So we are going to enjoy it. It looks like we may be setting up in the rain. It's going to be a very rainy weekend, but it's Mother's Day weekend and the beginning of my birthday week. So we'll just see how this goes. But anytime we can get away from home, it's enjoyable. So I'll definitely show you around the campground. And I will catch up with you later. Bye. Here's a little tour of the campground. This is the visitor center where you sign in when you check in. We actually checked in late the night before, so we came back and had to finish our check-in the next morning. As you can see, it rained all night long, and we were actually expecting it to rain all day, both days that we were there. But pleasantly, we got a reprieve from the rain. The next morning, we found out that Kenny forgot his luggage and all of his clothes. So we left for the day, thinking it was going to be raining and we wouldn't want to be at the campsite. We went to Walmart to get him some clothes, and I will be keeping them in the camper from now on because he's a little forgetful, and it is nice just to have backups with you at all times. But as you can see, this was the loop we were on. There's a loop within a loop here, and sites 5, 6, 8, and 12 are on the water. We were actually on site 12. And I had originally thought we might be able to kayak one day because you could put in at your site if you're on a waterfront site. But we were there on a weekend, and as you'll see later on, there was a lot of fast watercraft like speedboats and tubing and jet skis and that kind of thing. So I probably would not kayak on this lake after seeing all those fast boats. It's just not that kind of a situation. But the campground was older. It was very nice. I did find out it was established and built by the CCC, which is really cool to me because one year when I was homeschooling my children, we spent almost a whole year talking about President Roosevelt and how he built the national parks and all of the CCC campgrounds. We have a dog park, right? So, we go that way. Yep, they have a small dog area and a large dog area. And these are the cabins. We're going to run through the cabin loop just so you can see them. They have an interpretive center, whatever that is. I guess they have programs and stuff there. But these are the cabins. That's a staff. Oh, this is a camp. I think they have like kid camps and stuff here because that's the staff housing. This almost looks like it was built by the CCC. I'll have to check into it and see. But you can see all these cute little cabins. Look at them, they got little chimneys. That's adorable. It'll be a cute camp to go to. Anyway, cute little campground on the lake, and I think it's the Laura S. Walker Lake. This is going out towards the guard shack at the visitor center that where we entered. entered. And then they do have over to your right a picnic area, several covered picnic awnings and picnic tables and all that kind of stuff. Am I going out the right way? I might be going out the wrong way. So there you go. Laura S. Walker State Park. So Kenny's over there. I think he's awake now. I just made his coffee. Usually he makes me coffee, so it's Mother's Day weekend, but he might think it's Father's Day weekend because I made the coffee. And there's Riley in his room. He is just waiting to go outside. Let me show you this view. This is my kitchen view. Like I said, it was really dark when we came in last night, and it looks like these are pretty close together. And there's not like a lot of separation in between with trees and stuff, but we are on a waterfront site. This is the view from our site. As you can see, it has been raining and thundering and all kinds of stuff. There's Joy, and there's a Sprinter van that came in last night. And it's a beautiful sight. I actually thought maybe we could put the kayak in from here, but I don't know. It's gonna rain all weekend, but it's just nice to get away from home. So Waycross, Georgia is the closest city to the campground. And they had a Rural King, which I love Rural King, and I especially like them because they're dog friendly. So we took Riley in for a little field trip where he got to meet some friends, as you can see. He also got a free doggy treat, and we got free popcorn, which is always nice. Oh yeah. After that, I was so thirsty, I needed a Diet Coke from Sonic, so Kenny ordered it. And we also had lunch in town. I don't even remember the restaurant we ate at, but we had lunch, and then we drove back to the campground for the night. And we actually missed the rain all day long. which was really nice. We just had a fun, kind of lazy day, running errands together. Anytime we spend time together, it's a good day. And when we went back to the campground, we decided we were going to grill hamburgers in the fire pit, which we did. We bought burgers and supplies while we were at Walmart getting Kenny's clothes. So when we went back the second night, we were in for the evening, and it was really nice. There were lots of families here because it was a Saturday, so there was quite a few kids and families playing in the water, and they were right next to us because there's waterfront access next to site number 12. So just keep that in mind if you're wanting a really quiet kind of camp situation. This might not be the campground for you. I thought the sites were a little close together, and there's not really privacy separation in between them like there is at some. But it's a nice campground, especially if you're really into water sports and stuff, or if you need to be in that area for something. I really did like Waycross. I'd never really spent time in Waycross before, but it was nice. So this is the older bathhouse. I don't know if there's a newer one yet. I think there is. There's washers and dryers, men's bathroom, ladies' bathrooms. These were probably here when the CCC built this all because they are old. But I think, and they're not dirty, they're just old. And I think this is the newer bathhouse. Oops, there's the men's. There's the men's. Here's the ladies. Oh yeah, this is better. This is better. Much more modern, therefore cleaner looking. They smell nice and clean. So, 2 bathhouses, very close to each other. This campground itself is not really that big, so